Jason versus Freddy, DC versus Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter versus Tekken.
Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel versus DC. A lot of Marvel stuff. That was a comic though.
Very true. X-Men versus Avengers. And now, currently on Netflix, Baki Hanma versus Kengen Ashura, with a Rotten Tomato score of 29% by the audience and 0, meaning no review, by the critics. Baki. Welcome back to Tales of Two Bros. My name is Angel,
I'm Adon.
where we give you a review at least once a week. Spoiler alert. Is that the first time they've ever done that with anime?
My
Instead
gut
of like
says
that or
no.
two-
My gut says that
Okay.
there's been other crossover events. This
Mhm.
is the first big one. I would definitely say that.
Now, there's 3 seasons of Kengen Ashura. I like and dislike the first 2 seasons, meaning the anime style, because it was more computerized.
Yeah.
But then I started getting used to it, right? I was like, okay, it's interesting, it's different.
You
Then
had to
season
adapt.
3 comes along. Yeah, season 3 comes along, and they just went, you know what? Let's just have regular anime. And I was like disappointed. It took forever to come out for some reason. I don't know, because of
Mhm.
COVID or what have you, like that. I didn't enjoy as much. And then you have the Baka Hanma series. Now that came from manga, and then there's like an OVA that you and I know about. It's like an Elseworld story because they may mash up the characters. It's very Kyokushin origin story in the sense of martial arts, because the Grandmaster, the guy with the eye patch, Adobo? No, not Adobo.
That's
Anyway,
a seasoning.
yeah, I know. But he represents Masoyama, who was the creator of Kyokushin. It's very similar. Anyway, I had fun with this, but not as much as I did with the original like Bakihama series and the Kengen series. What about you? How did you feel about this? Did you like the crossover? Did you like the two coming together?
It's like any other crossover that happens. Like you're never gonna get an answer truly who's the better of the series. And like on a one-on-one, you'll maybe get an answer like who's the better fighter. But when it comes to, like you referenced, Freddy versus Jason, one person will win one round, and then the next round, the other person will win.
Oh, Godzilla versus Kong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's more recent.
Right, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, there's that crossover, right? We have that.
Yeah.
But also you have, do you remember the old Adam West Batman show?
You mean Batman versus Green Hornet, and they just like left it with Kato?
You have Robin
Versus
fighting
Kato.
Kato.
Yeah.
The thing is, they wanted Kato, Bruce Lee's character, to lose.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, wait a minute. They know that that can't happen. So what they did, he gets a strike in, Kato.
Mhm.
Robin gets a strike in, boom, boom. Then there's a stalemate. And then until next time, same bat channel, same bat time, blah, blah, blah. So that's how they did. Also with Batman and the Green Hornet, where there's a stalemate. They all get a lick in, but then
Yeah.
then the next episode, they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right. Here you have that, who's the better fighter? And it does go into a stalemate. Obviously, there's going to be a season 2
Mhm.
or another spinoff if it does well.
It only goes into a stalemate at the end, but technically, when like the second fight, arguably is a stalemate
Right.
too, because they're like, oh, we voted like who's the winner. We already made the call, and they're like, no, they're still fighting.
But wait a minute, you talking about the end credit?
No. Because it's technically 3 fights, and so the second fight, the one between Jack, Baki's older brother.
Was that his older brother?
Yeah, from another mother.
His dad has super sperm.
It's the Hanma genes, and
No,
Jack
I
also
did
takes a
like-
lot
I
of
mean-
steroids. So
Right. But I did like that you have a little bit of the main characters from each series come here, of course.
I was more intrigued by the fighters in the stands for the most part.
Right.
Like I would have
Right.
liked it to be a series rather than a movie.
Granted, you may have that Dragon Ball effect where they're talking a lot and then things are going really slow and stretching it out, where it's like, So I
True.
kind of don't mind that it was a movie, or it probably was originally presented as a series, and then they just condensed it
Condensed it, yeah.
into a movie. It's not really a movie. It's like an hour and some long. It's not that long at all.
like
It's
under
just barely over an hour.
Maybe like
Or just an
under.
hour.
Yeah. It's like I remember talking to a coworker. He's like, "Oh my god, it's like about an hour long, if that." And I'm like, "Bro,
Mhm.
that's anime, but it's supposed to be a movie." I'm like, "No, movies don't have to be an hour and a half long."
But it helps.
It does
It
help.
helps on certain things.
Yeah.
Now, who is your favorite character?
Kaoru Hanayama, is that the one who was fighting Jack Hanma? He turns purple.
Shoot, I can't remember.
So I
So
mean, I like I love the characters
I
from
mean,
Baki
to be all
more.
honest, of course, yes, I love the mobster,
Yes,
the yakuza, the
yes,
yakuza
he's
guy. He's so
awesome.
cool. He is cool. I have to watch this again because I was distracted. I was doing plasma and then going to DMV trying to watch it there. So I was not all there. So luckily, it's only an hour,
Hmm.
so I can watch it, no problem. And I will watch it again because I do like the characters. I do like the series. My favorite character, besides Yakuza guy,
The
the little
Grandmaster.
the Grandmaster. He's
Wait,
just so full of energy.
oh, the one who owns the Coliseum.
Correct.
Yes, him. He's
Yes,
great. I'm thinking the
he's
Grandmaster from the Chinese kings, the Sea Emperors.
no, but I'm talking about like he's the master's master
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's adobo's. I keep saying adobo.
It's Topo,
Right, dopo's master,
but he's
and
not a
I just kind
fighter.
of
That's he's
no, I know he used to be. He had to be if he's gonna be if he's dopo's master. He must have been a fighter at one time.
maybe. I mean, everybody has respect for him because he hosts and houses all the fighters, and he allows them
Hmm.
to go about doing this.
Hmm.
So I think it's a sign of respect because that's the only thing that keeps them from like wrecking him
Killing him.
many a times. Yeah.
True. What about favorite scene or moment?
It cracked me up about the two fighters that were like they locked eyes and then they can't look away. You have the one fighter that's clearly American, and then the other fighter that looked
Hmm.
like he jumped out of the pages of Yu Yu Hakusho. I can't look away. Otherwise, I'll look like I'm weak. And then they go to the bathroom. Oh, if you need to go, you can go. No, I don't need to. And they just stay there the entire movie.
You're talking about the black guy.
No, 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 no. The black guy was the one that was announcer. He was one of the commenters.
Right. But wasn't he in like weren't they both sizing each other up at one time?
No, I'm talking about the one that had the grill in his teeth, and then the other one that was like with a pompadour.
I just finished watching it. I don't remember this.
It's
I gotta watch it again.
I just thought it was hilarious. It's a side thing between the two. I know who you're talking about. The one.
Right, but I think they all did that. I think everyone like each character from each series were sizing each other up in the sense like, oh, I can take them, or or
Absolutely,
sense their power.
but theirs was like an ongoing gag in regards to it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this again.
The one guy with the mustache looked like a jacked up version of Dad with with suspenders. You know exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah. I think he sounded like that at one time. I think.
Maybe. He didn't size up anybody, but he was a commenter on the fights. He's like their version of Joe Rogan, I want to say.
Right, but wait a minute. Okay, then I'm confused because I know there's two guys in the stands watching. It was a black guy and a bald-headed, veiny guy sitting next to him, and they were both talking. And they were
Oh,
then like,
you're talking about Unchained. What's his full name? They're both bodybuilders. And he's like, "What do you do to lift?" He's like,
oh
I
yeah,
do
for
resistance training
F1s,
with a helicopter." And then he's like, "Oh,
right?
that's interesting. I pull with either F1s or Formula Ones." And they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Interesting."
Yes, that yes. But my favorite moment, though, in the sense of where Baki and Kengen are about to fight.
Oma. His name is Oma. The main character from Kengen Ashura. His name
Yeah,
is Oma.
where the hell am I? Where was I today? So,
So Kengen is the name of the tournament that they participate in.
thank you. Okay, got you. Thank you. So Onma and Baki are talking while they're in the pit,
Yeah.
and as Onma is talking, Baki strikes him. He
Yes.
just knocks down. I just thought
Which to
I like
me,
that
I
because
thought like if this is going to be a fight, Baki just won.
correct, but he wasn't out. So it was like like one for one. So that was his first one in a way.
He was knocked out. He just woke
I
up.
understand that. So that's one, right? So it's like I guess it's best out of three, whatever you want to call it.
Well, in that case, they shouldn't have stopped the fight with Jack and the other guy. Because
Well, the rules don't really always change the rules,
yeah,
but no, I just thought it was really cool because it's kind of like here I go again. Star Wars, Han shot first
yeah,
because Greedo is kind of talking to Han. Then Han says, "Oh, I bet you would," and this shoots him. No sign of that he's going to shoot him.
no sign of provocation in that. Yeah,
And that's what Baki did with Hon. He just Honma or Onma.
Hanma.
Oh, okay. So I just thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I also liked where Yakuza guy was fighting the Muay Thai guy.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
a
a good
pretty
fight. I mean, the three fights themselves were not bad.
no, right.
The animation is different than what I remember with Kengen as far as the
Hmm.
flow of the animation, which is kind of weird because in the sense like Baki's animation is like they're overly muscular. In the later seasons, they get good with the animation, but
Hmm.
then Kengen they're like extremely muscular, but because of the fact that it was CGI, it was a little bit more animated. But then they try to translate that to drawing, and I know you mentioned
Mm.
this, it just throws me off, like, looking because
Right,
like, you'll see, like,
right.
the
And it,
that same fight with the Yakuza, the guy's face is, like, all animal, like, "Ah," and the Yakuza is just, like, stoic.
I would like to see two versions of this
Like,
in
them
the
come
sense
back
of,
for, like, a, Baki versus Kengen 2.
well, no, meaning like, so, okay, so the title is Baki versus Kengen Ashura. Then I would like to see Kengen Ashura versus Baki Hanma, meaning of point of view. So you have the Baki, like the animation style that
Mhm.
we saw here, which is very similar to the Baki Hanma series. Then you have the first two seasons animation style of the Kengen Ashura in that point of view.
Yeah, and host it in their ring because that was one of the things I liked about King of Ashura was, like,
Right.
it felt like WWE wrestling where, like, the
Hmm.
smoke would come in, the lights and the banners, and they're like, "Coming in from the round corner, we have the Master of Destruction out of Istanbul, whatever," and, they'll,
Right.
just give them a whole background.
Exactly. Okay. I'm sorry. Did you tell your favorite moment?
Yeah, well, I was saying, like, I know the running joke was a thing I
Oh,
enjoyed.
okay. Those guys. So you like
The
the character, you like those two characters and what they did.
I just thought it was
Okay.
hilarious.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
because it summarized like the dynamic between all the fighters there.
Hmm.
My favorite fight was the second fight.
Of
The three fights.
okay.
So the middle one with
Right.
Jack Hanma. Yeah,
Yes.
what's your favorite?
I told you.
Just the moment where Baki knocks out the guy in the beginning.
Yeah, because it was kind of like unexpected, even for the audience, us, because like I say, he's talking and then pop, he's down.
I mean,
I was like,
granted,
okay,
that's like Baki's now go-to move. He did it like 4 times in the series.
I know, but you know who also does it? Reacher on Amazon Prime. He gives no warning. Like he'll fake you out. Says, all right, I'm gonna give you to three, one, and then hits you. He doesn't give you to three. He doesn't give you a chance to wind up or prepare. So
Fair
it's kind
enough.
of like the same idea. So I kind of like that. And that's how it should be in fights. You don't tell the people to, I'm going to strike you now. Here it comes. It's coming. Here it is. No, you just do it. And that's how you win the fights. You hit them when they don't expect it. So that's what I liked. That was like one of
Okay.
my favorite moments. But again, I have to watch it again because I was distracted. I can't be like you were. I could be doing work and having the thing in the background and then able to follow. I only have two eyes and I can't have them going like a lizard in two different ways.
It's
I
like
can't. You can,
you were
apparently.
distracted by giving blood. You were lightheaded. I get it. I hear the alibis.
Plasma, plasma, not blood, and dealing with trying to pay attention to DMV at the same time. So that was like going all over the place. Is this worth the watch?
In the context of if you're a Baki fan, at the very least, yes. If you watch both, absolutely. If you haven't seen either of them, I think it's no. And I have to put it that way because, like, if you never saw Baki or Kengen, this might not be anybody. Like, other than the fight, there's nothing more to grab on it.
I don't think you need to know. I don't think you need to know because it's
You
kind of
think this
established in a
is
way.
worth it if you haven't seen either of those?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a good way to inspire people to watch each shows or series separately because you have in the beginning these two characters walking in the street
Hmm.
and they feel each other's energy on the bridge so strong that it causes an earthquake.
Like in the original series, you know, Yujiro Hanma punched the earth to stop an earthquake. Yeah.
So that could be a good way to increase an audience to either or to the Baki or Kengen.
Okay.
Granted, now when they see Kengen, as we mentioned, they may get a little distracted. But wait a minute, why is the animation so weird here? So blocky, so Tekken. Is it Tekken? Yeah, Tekken and Virtual Fighter. Remember the first
Uh,
introductions of those? How
season one of
blocky it
Baki,
was?
yeah, it was very Virtual Fighter.
No, Baki? Are you talking about Kengen?
Yeah, season one of Baki felt that way to me because
Oh, so for
they were trying to do CGI for some of the fights, in the first season of Baki, where like everything's animation and then it switches to the animation, to the CGI.
Kengen is like all CGI with
Exactly.
some animation. It's like South Park. The animation, that kind of thing, is kind of blocky, kind of choppy, and then
I can see
it
where
gets
you're coming.
going.
I can see where you're getting at that. It's only on the
But also
flashbacks.
right, but also Virtual Fighter, like I said, in the early stages of Tekken.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? Like when you beat Tekken or you beat Mortal Kombat, it has those end credit cutscenes.
Okay,
And
yes,
it's like a
yes, okay,
freeze. That's what Kengen Ashura is. So like everything is like CGI, the fighting, and everything's cool. And then cutscene. Goro won the battle and decides to turn
that's Mortal
against the
Kombat.
Emperor. I'm just using that
That's
because they
Mortal
did that
Kombat.
same thing on Mortal Kombat too. Beat Mortal Kombat on arcade mode. See what happens at the end. It's just a still scene that they just put dialogue on.
Right. I do like the opening scene, credit scene with Kengen, where you have Onma and the old man doing the same moves. They just flash to one another, like they're connected.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes has that 29% by the audience, but 0 or blank by the critics. Where do you place this at?
The audience gave this 29%.
Yes. It's fewer than 50 though. It just came out relatively by the time of this review, so it may change down the
Yeah.
line.
I mean, I would give it 85.
Damn, that's high.
I was being generous. Probably could have
Yeah,
gone
I would
lower.
give it, I'll be more in the 70s.
That's more realistic.
Yeah, thank you. Like you said, there's like something off with it. There is animation difference. You can see there's animation difference between Hanma and Onma. There's slight difference there.
Yeah.
It's like they took the animation of the third season of Kengen and with the regular animation for Baki, or the later seasons of Baki Hanma.
Let's put it this way. You look at the main character Oma from Kengen Ashura. In the animation, when he goes possessed by a god, as the one character would say, he looks devious, right? And they try to translate it here animation wise, and it doesn't feel the same.
Right.
It makes a difference.
All right, guys, that is our movie review.
Anime movie.
All right, guys, that is our anime review of Bakihama versus Kengen Ashura. Have you seen it? What was your thoughts? What was your favorite moment? What was your least favorite moment? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you have a movie or show you'd like us to review, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. Until next time, will be the next time. I'm Angel.
I'm Adon.
Love you, bro.
Love you too.